So I'm going to try to present here some of the dApp screens that Ari has been working on. Let me just make sure that I can do this. Let's see.
By the way, I'm rolling old school today, guys. All my shirts were dirty.
Oh, here we go, share screen. Perfect. All right, you guys see all this?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So Ari, who's our designer, has been working with Nitin, who's starting on Monday, will be full-time with our team as well, to go through the entire dApp and basically create some different screens to assist people in finding contracts, finding the contracts that are most actively traded, and then ones of interest to them as well. So the main landing screen is going to look something of like this. So essentially, if you're already logged into MetaMask, instead of seeing the kind of splash screen that you see right now, you're going to end up seeing kind of a homepage that you've designed a little bit with some draggable widgets to show kind of things of interest to you. So you might have a watch list of contracts that you've traded or are interested in, and as well as maybe some contracts that are going to expire soon, or the ones that are most actively being traded. So there's a few things that need some refinement here, but that's probably going to be the main entry point for people that are already using the dApp. And then eventually we'll have some of the simulated exchange functionality also, so you can then select a contract and actually be able to see an order book and trade it as well. Let me show some of the other screens. He also has gone through some of the deployment screens to clean it up a little bit and make it just simpler to the end user. So this is for the simplified deploy, where we're using an exchange's API as an oracle to provide pricing data to our contracts on chain. Let me see, they're not quite in order. So let's go back to the dashboard. So we saw deploy 1. So it helps with some visualizations about what the price cap and price floor represent in this screen here. And it goes all the way through. These are all posted in Discord if you want to take a look, but it goes all the way through to a point where we can now select some gas properties of how we're deploying it, and we're creating some infrastructure to allow people to not have to get so technical with gas prices, because it's definitely kind of a sticking point with, I think, general user experience of Ethereum in general, to the point where they can then deploy a contract. And there's a PR right now for some of the functionality around deploying and how that actually looks to the end user, so they understand what's going on while they're waiting for those transactions to be mined. And so this is eventually the screen that will also kind of integrate what's the PR that's out there, and then some of the new functionality through the deployment screens. Then the Explorer is the other thing that's really getting worked on quite a bit, which will be simplified in some ways to kind of hide some of the information that's there. There's a lot right now. And so simplifying just kind of the look of it and the filtering and searching, as well as giving people some color cues to things of interest, like maybe an expiration date, and just a way of kind of getting more consolidated information versus an expandable grid that we have now. And then there would be kind of like a grid view also with that. Instead of viewing the Explorer just as that data table, you could pull in some kind of more visual information here to have a kind of a grid type view. And we're working on figuring out exactly how this is all going to work. Right now, with some of the pairs we're offering, it's really simple because we're not really offering people that many choices. But theoretically, there can be a lot more choices than what's there, and people can create bespoke contracts that we're not even aware of. So what the image might be for them is a little complicated. So we're thinking through that part of it, but eventually we'd like to have some sort of more like less dense, more visually heavy interface to be able to display the contracts. So that's what Ari's been working on. Feedback's definitely welcome. There's actually a call today, later today for kind of the UI UX stuff on the dApp, and also feel free to post any kind of feedback as we go through the process in the design Discord channel. As these get updated, we'll be sure to post the updated designs there as well.